Hello and welcome back to Popcorn Chat. I hope you guys are doing well. This week we're going to be talking about what I watched in the month of February, so mainly some films and a few TV shows, so let's get into it. So let's run through what films I watched last month. Dread, The Dig, Malcolm and Marie, 99 Homes, Lara Croft Tomb Raider, The Princess Bride, How to Build a Girl, Tag, Spree, I Care a Lot, Hostel and Candyman. So out of the list of those 12 films, my favourite film has to be Candyman, which was a late entry, and I really enjoyed this film. I didn't know what to expect from it. I knew that they were making a remake that was supposed to come out last year, which again, watching the trailer I now think is possibly a sequel, but I really enjoyed this film. I thought, oh, it's just going to be like sort of a slasher, loads of gore and stuff, but it was much more about the character and who she was. You know, she was trying to research for her PhD and all this about folklore and about her dynamic with her husband. I really liked this. It wasn't like a conventional horror film, so I really enjoyed this film, so it was a standout film for last month. In terms of films that I enjoyed least, it would definitely have to be Tag and Lara Croft Tomb Raider. I watched Tag with my family, and I thought, we just watched game night, so I thought, okay, we're going a bit of a comedy, sort of a new comedy sort of venture. However, I thought this one was a little bit disappointing. I thought the payoff was great and I liked the sort of more emotional sort of message to the film, but it just felt really slow in parts, and it got some good actors in this film, but I just don't think it was really there for me. In terms of Lara Croft, I'd seen this when I was younger, but probably didn't really take it in, but they've got the 2 Lara Croft films on iPlayer, so I thought I would check out the first one, and yeah, it's just very cheesy. It's not really aged very well, so yeah, it was not good. So those 2 films are probably my least favourite of what I watched last month. So during February I was able to watch 2 new releases, and that was The Dig and Malcolm and Marie. These are both Netflix produced films and I enjoyed both of them. I thought The Dig was really interesting. It was shot beautifully, again had a great British cast, but I just think it maybe lost its way a little in the 3rd act, and became less about the dig and more about this sort of the dynamic of a relationship between these 2 very minor characters. But I did enjoy it and I would definitely revisit the film. And then Malcolm and Marie, I know it very much divided people. You either loved it or hated it, but I thought it was pretty good. I'm sort of in the middle ground. I thought there was some really great performances, but I just think it was a little bit repetitive. It just kept going around in circles. I mean, you could say that's what relationships are, but I thought it was okay. I neither hated it or loved it. I thought it was pretty good. So it was great to see 2 new films being released on demand in the month of February. As for everything else I watched last month, it was just really what I sort of missed or I've never seen. So we had some older films in there like Candyman, Dread, and then some more recent films like Spree, which came out last year, which was okay. I liked the idea of it and the message of it, but yeah, it was a little bit disappointing at the end. But yeah, so a lot of these I watched mainly on Netflix, Amazon, iPlayer as well. So yeah, they were all online. Didn't watch any sort of buy any Blu-rays or DVDs. So this was all on demand. So in terms of TV, last month I watched The Great Series 1. You can watch that on Stars Player or 4OD, and I really enjoyed this film. I knew it was getting really sort of great praise from critics and just fans, and I really enjoyed it. It's not really a story that I know much about. I don't know much about Russian history at all, but the comedic element and the timing from the actors is brilliant, and it just makes it more enjoyable, accessible, easy to understand. And they were filming in the hallway. I was like, that hallway is in The Favourite. I can't remember where the building is in England, but I was like, that's from The Favourite. But it's really enjoyable. If you're sort of into your period dramas, or you like some of the actors that are in it, I definitely recommend that you check it out. So yeah, you can catch it on Stars Player or 4OD. During the month of February, I also started a new sort of venture into a different TV series, and that is One Tree Hill. Yes, I'm throwing it back to the early 2000s. I'm on a bit of a early 2000s, 90s binge at the minute, but 4OD have some great choices on there at the minute. If you're looking for some sort of classic TV series that you missed, they've got loads of those on demand. So I thought I would give One Tree Hill a go, and I'm really enjoying it. I finished series 1 last month and I'm sort of midway through season 2 now, and I'm just loving it. There's so much drama every episode. This TV show's got it all. I've laughed, I've cried, I've shouted at the screen at the characters that I hate. I'm like, what are you doing? You're so annoying. But I'm really enjoying it. I don't care what people say. So I'm loving One Tree Hill at the minute, so I'm sure I will update you next month as to where I'm at. Well, that's a summary of what I watched in the month of February. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you've been inspired to watch some of these films or TV shows, or maybe even avoid some of them. But hopefully this is something I'm going to be doing monthly, so you can, just take off any recommendations. There'll be mixtures of new films and sort of older things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this format, and I'll see you next week for another popcorn chat.